So I've been knitting for about 5 years when my mom asked me how many bind offs I knew. And I thought about it and I said 1. I only know 1 bind off. And she looked at me like I was crazy. And she's like, but you know all kinds of cast-ons. And I'm like, yeah, but I only know 1 bind off. And she was still floored. So now I know a few more. So today I'm going to show you my 3 favorite bind offs so that you can know more than 1 bind off too. Hello and welcome back to the Knit Life Oils YouTube channel. So today I want to show you my 3 favorite bind offs so that you have a few more tools in your arsenal to use when you are binding off. So for a lot of things, I still actually use what I call a standard bind off. That's just the bind off that I feel like we all learn. So that's what I'm going to start with. And I'm going to do these in order from least to most stretchy. So I don't usually do anything that adds a whole lot of flair. And so that won't be the most stretchy. But the one that I use for the most stretchy does have much more stretch than a standard bind off does. So this is standard bind off. It is the least stretchy. So we're going to start that again. Okay. So we're going to knit 1 stitch. Knit the 2nd stitch. And then we are going to lift the 1st stitch over the 2nd. Okay, now we're going to do it again. Okay, knit the next stitch, lift that first one over. We're going to do it one more time. And I'm going to leave all of these on here so that you can see the difference when I am done. So, okay, so that is a standard bind off. It has some stretch, but not a whole bunch. I have used this on all kinds of projects, from cardigans to hats to socks to all kinds of things. I have really worked on over the years having a loose enough tension, and so this is pretty much the tension that I get all the time, and that works out pretty well for most things. But there are times when I do want some extra stretch. So kind of something that is a next step is what is called a suspended bind off. So we're going to, so the first 2 stitches you do just like normal. And then for the next stitch, you're going to go into this stitch without taking that one off. And then they both come off. So now, first one over the 2nd, knit into the next stitch, both come off. First stitch over the 2nd, we're going to suspend this stitch, essentially. And there we go. One more time. Up and over, knit the next stitch, both come off. Okay. So now we're gonna get back on track. So you see here, it looks very similar to the standard bind off, but there is some extra stretch there. Pretty cool, right? Okay, so the most stretchy of the bind offs that I use is called an Icelandic bind off. And I love the Icelandic bind off. It looks great with garter stitch. I use it on ribbing. And lots of people have told me that they use it for the top of their socks because it is that stretchy. So we're going to slip this stitch back to the left needle, and then we're going to knit the next stitch through it and bring both off. So again, move it back to the right needle, go into this 2nd stitch, knit it, and off. So the cool thing about this is it goes really fast because you can move it and pick it up in the same motion. So it gets going pretty fast. And I love that this gives enough stretch without changing the shape too much. So now let's look at all of them. Well, let's look at the Icelandic Bind Off first. So this is Icelandic Bind Off. See how stretchy that is? So this is suspended. It has some stretch. And then standard bind off has the least amount of stretch. So there you go, all of them next to each other. So standard bind off, suspended bind off, and Icelandic is here at the end. Icelandic is a little bit more loopy, which I don't mind and I think looks really pretty on the bottom of things. But that is totally up to you and how you want it to look. So there you go. I hope that this helps you have a few more bind offs in your tool belt so you aren't like me, and when your mom asks you after you've been knitting for 5 years, you don't tell her that you only know 1 bind off. At least now you know 3.